boys and girls, it's Marci Chavalas and it's story time. Today's story comes from the book Little Legends, Exceptional Men in Black History by Vashti Harrison. Last time I read a wonderful story about the famous Black American Benjamin Banneker, and it was the first in this series. And today we're going to be hearing about James Armistead Lafayette. So, are you ready to go? All right, let's grow. James Armistead Lafayette was born around 1748 and died around 1830. So he was also alive, just like Phyllis Wheatley, who I read about last time, around the time when the United States was trying to be free from Great Britain. So right around the time of George Washington. He was a Revolutionary War spy. Not much is known about James's life before the Revolutionary War. He was born enslaved in Virginia, and his owner, who managed military supplies, taught James to read and write so he could be a better worker. During the war against the British, James heard that any slave who fought for the Americans' Continental Army would be freed if the Americans won the war. Man, I would sign up for that, wouldn't you, boys and girls? Hey, if you fight, you can be free. Definitely. He got his owner's permission to enlist, and in 1781 was assigned to serve under Marquis Lafayette, a young French aristocrat fighting for the American cause. So at the time, boys and girls, France, the country of France, sent people to help the United States to be free. And he was fighting for one of those guys. At first, James used his knowledge of the Virginian landscape to transport messages, but then James and Lafayette had a better idea. James could spy on the British. Posing as a runaway slave, James went to the British camp commanded by Lord Charles Cornwallis. James helped lead troops through the unfamiliar land. No one suspected that he could read and write, so generals and other soldiers talked about their tactics in front of him, and he was given access to British maps and plans. Secretly, he memorized details and reported back to Lafayette. James became so trusted by the British that he was asked to spy on the Americans. He agreed, but gave the British only false information. Equipped with James' accurate information about British troop size, strategies, and morale, the Continental Army defeated the British at Yorktown, effectively ending the war. Imagine Cornwallis' surprise when he entered Lafayette's headquarters to surrender and saw James there. Wow, boys and girls, he really helped America become free by using his skills as a spy. After the war, enslaved people who served as soldiers were freed, but James had not technically been a soldier, and he was not freed. Boys and girls, this is so frustrating to read. He did such great work, and he was still a slave after that. Do you guys think that's fair? Nope, definitely not. That is not okay. I want to keep reading to figure out what happens next, because that makes me upset. He did such good work, and he's still a slave? He petitioned for his release, but was ignored. Boo, not okay. It wasn't until Lafayette wrote a letter commending James's service that his petition was granted, and he was freed in 1787. Yay! But I mean, that's a shame, boys and girls, that he had to get the letter of the Marquis de Lafayette to even be free. I mean, I'm thankful that the Marquis wrote the letter in the first place, but really? Very frustrating at these times. But I'm glad that he was able to get his freedom, because he did work hard for it. James took the name Lafayette to honor his commander and friend. He lived the rest of his life as a farmer and family man, secretly one of America's greatest heroes. Well, boys and girls, thank you for reading along with me. I enjoyed learning about James Lafayette, and I hope you did too. If you liked learning more about this man, go ahead and click the like button right now and share it with a friend. Also, if you'd like to hear more stories, don't forget to click subscribe. I'd love to share some with you. All right, until the next time. Bye, friends.